Good morning. Well, it's Friday morning and look at this beautiful weather we're having. Typical British weather. It's just rained most of the week. Today's no exception, and there's just nothing I can do out there at the moment. It's a bit of a sad day today. I'll show you in a minute, but I think I've mentioned before that behind the garden, we've got communal parking space, and then behind that was a huge garden which is now a building site. They're building 7 houses, and yesterday they took down some trees, which was a bit of a shock. Today they've taken out all the hedgerows, and if I go quiet, you just listen. I've got one collared dove, but where's the birds? I've got 2 collared doves now, but the sparrows, the starlings, the blue tits, the great tits, all the little finches. Nothing, you just listen. I'll show you in a minute what they've done. I went over there this morning. I wasn't going to be an angry resident because what's done is done. But I spoke to the guy that was in the digger that was removing all the hedgerows and said to him what their intentions are. Apparently there's all new fencing going in. I think he said tomorrow, but I think that's probably unlikely. It's a Saturday, but that's what he said. And he did say they're going to be planting a row of laurels. So, I mean, at least they're being replaced, but they're going to take a few years to get established. They're quite fast growing, but they're going to take a good 3 years to get established before they start putting any growth on for them to be beneficial. There are 2 remaining trees, and I said to him, please tell me you're not taking these down. And he said, no, we're not. He said, we've trimmed up the lower branches so they can put the fencing in, but they've got no intention of removing those, so that's a relief. Yeah, the collared doves have got the run of the garden now because they haven't got to compete with any of the other birds for the food. So there's 2 chasing each other at the moment. I'll turn the camera and you can see them. So trying to be positive. I mean, it was bad enough that I instigated my neighbour's plum tree being removed, but there was good reason for that. And because there was so much hedgerow and other trees around, it actually wasn't detrimental in the end. It didn't affect the amount of birds that came in the garden. But this has been a major upheaval. So, I don't know. What can you do? Is it progress? I'm not so sure. But anyway, I'm going to sit and have my coffee. I'm going to sit and appreciate the fact that it's not raining at the moment. It's been raining for days. It was raining all this morning. It stopped for the time being. Paddy's just come out and joined me. Something I need to say about Paddy. On Monday, so it's Friday today, on Monday he went in and under anaesthetic had all his teeth cleaned and 3 back teeth removed. Now bearing in mind he is 15 and a half, So he's done incredibly well. He was very woozy when I got him home Monday evening. Wasn't himself Tuesday. Wednesday morning, it was like a light bulb went on. It was ping, back to his normal self. He's still on his meds. He's on antibiotics. And he has painkillers, which I'm going to keep going until Sunday. And then I shall leave off those. But he seems very, very happy. And when he shows his face, he's going to have a Hollywood smile. So, yeah, I'm going to sit back now and just enjoy my coffee. So I'll speak to you in a bit. This poor little thing, it's just died in my hand. It's crashed into my patio window. Oh, I'm just gutted. Good morning. We do have some sunshine this morning. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I've come into the greenhouse to check on the tomatoes. I noticed a few have got blossom end rot, which I've removed, but they're just not ripening, except for one. There was one on the outdoor girl which, as I touched it, fell off the plant, so that's a nice specimen, but it's a bit disappointing to be first week of August and that's the only one. It's got quite a lot of fruit there, but they've seemed to have been like that for weeks. There's just no movement. Is everybody else having the same problems? Is it down to the sunlight or lack of? And the temperatures as well, I guess. I was able to pick up this tomato grow bag last week, which is quite unusual this time of year, but you can see it's enriched with calcium to try and prevent the blossom end rot. So each of these tubs have been topped up because the soil level had dropped, so hopefully that will give them all a bit of a boost, and hopefully we won't get any more damaged fruit. So the chilies and peppers seem to have fared better than the tomatoes. I've been having a regular supply when I've been cooking, and I even harvested quite a batch the other day and put them in the freezer. So now I've harvested these. This is the jalapeno. I've got new fruit coming and new flowers. The apache, I've been harvesting these as well. It's got a selection of fruit on that one. I had one of these peppers yesterday. Looking good. There's the Cheyenne. And the Scotch bonnet. They will go a beautiful red colour. I love the gloss on them in particular. These are cayenne. These are the snack peppers. Had a couple of those as well. If you can see those in there. I'm not having much luck with the aubergines. They're flowering, but then not turning into any fruit. I don't know if this one is. Oh, that one is. I don't know. No, that's flour, I think. But yeah, I've had no fruit on that yet. This cayenne is doing really well. I think it likes it this end of the greenhouse. It's got nice, healthy looking fruit. So there are some positives. All those sweet peas, I am gonna cut them before the rain comes. Oh, so look at these beauties. If only you could smell them. They're just divine. I've just picked my first sweet corn. I may be a bit early. I'm not entirely sure that this is going to be viable, but we'll have a look and see what it's like. Maybe okay. There's a few gaps on that side, but that's not bad, considering that I had a really difficult start where there was problems with the soil which had to be amended, but that's done okay. So if I put my thumb in, it comes out all milky, which suggests that it's ready. So yeah, I shall leave the others to mature, but I'm pleased with that. Very nice. Oh dear, I seem to have taken my eye off the ball a bit. I think because we've had so much heavy rain, I've not been out here and as vigilant as I would normally be. But I've just harvested this load. I can't believe the size of these, for instance. These are the Scarlet Empire runner beans. Look at the size of them. And then next to them I've got Golden Gate, they're the climbing French beans, and the Cobra climbing French beans. And then down here I've got my Pongo and a couple of Purple Queen, they're bush beans. And then here I've got Tigerella tomatoes. These are just starting to colour up, so there's a few of those. But look at these courgettes. I mean, this one in the middle is huge, and they don't freeze very well, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with them at the moment. And then next to it I've got my very first sweet corn. Yeah, I'm pleased with that.